Green beans are one of my favorite, and the dish we're doing today is a spicy green bean salad. And you can use whichever kind of edible bean that you have, whether it be a green bean or a wax bean. I personally kind of like the wax beans. I think it's because they're easier to find when I'm picking. But I'm using green beans today, and you can see we start with the green bean itself. You want to make sure that your green bean's in good condition, that the ends snap off easily, that it's not kind of mushy, which would indicate a lower quality. You don't have a lot of rust. When you harvest these, keep them in the refrigerator in a plastic bag. They'll keep about a week for you. Now I've cut these down so they're ½ inch, ¾ inch long. I'm trying to make them so that they're all going to be very small or reasonably small in this salad, but I don't want to cut them so small that the seed itself is going to fall out. Now we're going to cook these a little while. Now you could use frozen green beans because they've already been blanched, but they're not going to have the same fresh flavor that they will if you actually use fresh green beans. So that's what we're going to do today. I've got plenty of hot water. It's just plain hot water. I brought it to a boil. We're going to put the green beans in. Now, I started with about ½ pound to 2/3 of a pound. I needed 2 cups of green beans when they were cut and ready to go. So round in there. If you've got too many, you can always have green beans for another event, another part of the meal, or another day within the next day or so. We're going to leave these in here. You're going to cook them. We're not actually blanching. So we're going to cook them anywhere from 3 to 4 minutes. And that's going to depend on you. If you like them so they've got a lot more texture to them, cook them for just a couple of minutes. If you like them so that they are a little bit softer, cook them a little bit longer. So that will, again, it's up to you how far you want it to go. Once those are cooked to your preference, then you're going to put them in cold water. Fill up a sink or a big bowl with ice water, drain them away, and submerge them for about the same length of time that you cook them, and that way they'll get nice and chilled. I've already got some that we've gotten to that stage already, so these are nice and cold and ready to proceed with the salad. So that's 2 cups of beans, and to that I'm going to add 1 cup of cucumber. Now I use just the regular cucumber from the market since green beans and cucumbers tend not to come in season at the same time. And I wanted to peel it. If you have trouble, if the one you have has a lot of seeds, first of all, look for one that's smaller. It probably won't have as many, but you could also use an English cucumber, which wouldn't have as many to start with. Also to that, I've got 2 tablespoons, excuse me, double check here. That is jalapeno. That's 2 teaspoons of jalapeno, and that could go to a larger amount if you in fact like it. 2 tablespoons of cilantro that's been chopped up. If you don't like cilantro, you could substitute a flat leaf parsley. I've got a ½ teaspoon of salt, ½ cup of red onion that's been chopped. Notice that I tried to get the cucumber slice or pieces and the beans to be about the same size, just to give a little bit of uniformity. And then I'm adding 2 tablespoons of vinegar. Now I'm using a white wine vinegar, but the vinegar is totally up to you and what you have on hand. Cider vinegar would work very well. Sherry vinegar would work very well. You could even use colored vinegar, although probably not a balsamic. It's going to have a little bit too much sweetness and too much strength. I've got a teaspoon of honey that's going in here, and then it's simply going to be a matter of stirring everything together. And then we're going to chill this for a couple of hours so that the flavors have time to blend together. And you do want to take a minute to make sure that you get it all blended together. You don't want all the salt in one place or the honey all in one place. In fact, you could whisk those together just a little bit to make sure that you've got them dissolved before you go ahead and do the rest. Now again, you're going to want to cover this, put it in the refrigerator for a couple of hours. For now, I'm just going to serve up a nice plateful. You're going to find that this is very reminiscent of a regular 3-bean salad with the green peppers. We've substituted the jalapeno. It also doesn't have a lot of sugar. It's got a little bit of honey in there, and the vinegar you choose can also add a little bit of sweetness to it. I think this is one you're going to like. It's quick to make and it's very flavorful. It'll last a couple of days for you. This is spicy green bean salad. This is Barbara Brown for Oklahoma Gardening.